Revolution. First, the agricultural revolution improved our crops. Second, the scientific revolution rationalized our thoughts. Third, during the American and French Revolution, our freedom had been lost, so the tyranny of the monarch was stopped. Fourth, the Industrial Revolution manufactured that which is bought and sold. Fifth, the technological revolution created PCs and laptops. Sixth, in the end, the revolution failed. We returned broken and battered, because all the change was external, so none of it mattered. So I ask, who in this room has revolutionized their heart? Who would put the guillotine to the traitor inside that lurks in the dark? I've got demons in me too. I can't see them, they hide. That's the reason why I'm the object of devotion never dies inscribed. It's scary, the dark side. I've been there and back to tell. So props to my human revolutionary soldiers who made it back barely by crawling through hell.
Tell me, if you could change one thing about the world, what would it be? Feed the children, save the whales, green the products, clean the jails. If you could change one thing about yourself, what would it be? Smoother skin, flatter belly, a little more game, like on the telly? I didn't traverse the mountain. I care about how I look. I did my work in school. I'm just tired of reading these books. I made good friends who love me. A boy once broke my heart, but I'm here in the clear, still got some fears, and I'm using them to make my art. So what's this revolution? To what do I owe a contribution? Sounds like a resolution, spiritual evolution. That's solutions to confusion for me. That was the last year of me, when I was still a revolutionary trainee. But then I met this MC who inflated the value of poetry like an Indian rupee, who elevated lyrical cogency like creativity decreed, who instated the right to victory locally, outspokenly, made it the future of media with indisputable probity and shit. 1, 2, 3. I think it's time to revolutionize me.
First, props to the spray artist from the Bay. High school days pushing extra and yay. Came to SUA and found himself in the office. Poking a gun, it wasn't me, I promise. Who am I? Now leading this school, you can see me. Sobered up while living with crackheads and got back here by doing BSG. Used to make calls to find deals, make connections. Now you lead the nation's media in a new direction. Second, props to my homie from across the pond, across the way, skipping school every day, what can I say? Institutionalized as a very young kid, labeled crazy, insane, sent to jail, did a bid, and lived alone in a tent under a bridge. Using the shrooms and delusions, confusing, illusions are fusing due to my using. But he found a philosophy and he escaped, fought for his reason to get back to SUA or whatever it takes. And now I see the look of a British Prime Minister when I look at his face.
I see the books we ought to globally administer when I look at this place. Expand the international knowledge base at internet pace. Deface the rat race and make the war on terror lower pace. First base is to get your wife out of the trophy case and your heart out of that enclosed space. Second base, displace the racism, make space for embracism. This conversation is about grace. The kind inside our deep spaces where feelings reach third base. No more arms race, no more misplaced racist blank spaces or worse cases. Case by case, this school is the face of the human race. And if the story is about humans and revolutions, then props to my human revolutionary soldiers.
Whoa. I have something to say to every single person in this room. I have something I would like to say to you. I really want to love you. I really do. I just don't know how. I want to let you in, but every time I reach, my hand is stopped by the wall of ice that stands between us, like speaking to a friend in the jail across glass. You hear my voice through a telephone, but there is a disconnect. I don't know what it is. I'm like a child visiting his felon father, who wants a hug more than anything in the world, asking, why do we have to be in separate rooms? Why does it have to be that way? He doesn't understand, and neither do I. Within me, a profound love grows stronger every day, but it is imprisoned and has nowhere to go. I can never touch your skin or feel your warmth. I am freezing behind this wall of ice. I wish the sun would melt it. When I want to reach out my hand, I become paralyzed like an ice sculpture. As I exhale, my icy breath is physical. It leaves me as a cloud of thoughts that never made it into the right words. So now you know what it means when I take a deep breath.
So now you know what it means when I take a deep breath. And what's the matter with love? Why does pride have such a wide breadth? Why does understanding take such a long time? And why can't we touch if we see eye to eye? I want to see what he sees when he looks at the sky. I want to hear what he hears when he listens to the flow go. Is the bass loud, the rhymes proud? Are they pleasing or misleading? Words confuse me and excuse me, but I'd like to go first. The ubiquity of antiquity tickles me, and I want not to serve, but to swerve to his beat, and fall asleep to the sound of his cleats on the grass and the story that plays while I sleep. Now who has the last laugh? Bring on the cliches, the look in his eyes, the smell of him near me. He helps me not fear me. I want him, that's clear. I want him to know that I feel the pulse under his skin when he wins. I've been in his hands before the last dance, and even 2,000 miles away, there's a way we'll be okay. I don't need him to tell me I'm an incredible girl, that I light up his life like the sun does the world. My future's unfurling, my hair is uncurling, and my mama already taught me impossible is nothing. Does he know what's coming next? He lights up my life like the sun does the world, but when the smoke swirls between us, a solar eclipse shadows his lips, and I hold back the quip on the tip of my tongue. He's too young for this shit. He's too smart for this trip, and I want him to quit, but only a little bit. It's confusing. And then we keep moving, and I feel like I'm losing a friend. Is that all we were in the end?
A wise man once told me, never chase a girl. You'll only catch the slowest one. Instead, chase your dreams, and you'll find her right beside you on the run. So now I walk alone. But sometimes at night when I lay down my head, I wish beside me laid a girl I could hold in bed. Just hold. And thinking of this, I clutch my pillow tight, imagining us side by side at night as she calmly drifted off. I whispered a secret in her ear. I told her the nightmares of my past, but more importantly, the dreams of my future. Although still asleep, she slowly smiled. And as her dreams shifted to my dreams, I opened up my eyes and realized I was dreaming. Clutching my pillow, I was alone in the dark. So all I can do is set my vision on my dreams and embark. She doesn't have to be beautiful, or perfect, or funny, or smart. The only thing she has to do is understand my heart.
The only thing he has to do is understand my heart and make his own art. That's the part I can't stand apart from. See, that wise man was right, and it takes all my might, but I'll put in the honorable fight against demons and quiet, and sometimes I'm shy. It's the way I can hide behind pride. I lied when I told you I don't want to hold you. It's cold in this city sometimes, but my sight's on the future, and I'm sure I will meet you before crossing the finishing line. And in my periphery, you'll ask me to wish. If we do, then a kiss and you're mine. This time it's right, it feels warm and bright. I'm not looking at him, but the light. The revolution's evolutionizing, and confusion's solution lies in the eyes of two lovers, they're wise.
Third, props to my homie from the East Coast. Blunts he would roast, every school day smoked, but everything changed once he started selling. Got arrested and there ain't no telling just how close he was to being a felon. But somehow the Soka made it to Soka. Now he's the hope for the future gets doper. Used to burn the Buddha, now the Buddha burns inside. Burn the Judas in his heart, now the traitor there has died. So now he spits rhymes that send chills down your spine. Who am I? Who is he? Who is it? Dude, now you can get your spitting wisdom on the home visit. Memories of standing before a judge, lawyer trying to free him pro bono, but now in his face you can see a young Shinichi Yamamoto. My heart was like a block of ice, but it melted back into liquid. So now the image of the moon becomes clearly reflected in my heart's pawn in an instant. The oneness transcends space and time, and I'm not trying to proselytize or preach, but of my heart I'm just trying to share a piece of what I feel so deep. The electricity runs through my veins, veins that twine like vines, so maybe you can feel it now as that chill running down your spine. The voltage of the universe reverses through me, connected with the spirit of Jesus, Mohammed, Nietzsche, and Chakamoni. And it's not just about Buddhism, I have to confess. Look at Scott Williams leading the school with God in his chest. Cartoons got the flounder using awkward words such as founder this, founder that. Daisaku Ikeda is my mentor in life, and not because of the 300 doctorates, dialogues, or titles, because in the history of humanity, he's been the greatest disciple, and some may say that I worship an idol, but an idol is someone placed on a pedestal in the sky, but what you see now is a youth fighting with his mentor side by side.
Props to everyone in particular and nobody in general. This school is the newest Buddhist enterprise to rise, but we got more than Buddhas on our side. We're wide-eyed, allied, and worldwide. I came here thinking I was in the clear. I know who I am, and nothing can interfere. And then yesterday, I found myself lost in his eyes, despising the lies and the guise that was rising. Found myself doubting what peace was about. Commit to a cause, I'm not that devout. Well, out comes my secret, I want to be free. It's the way I can hold on to something that's me. I'm not global, I travel, not hopeful, unraveling, social and boastful, and here comes the gavel. I'm fragile sometimes, and I am trying to climb above maligning assignments and feeling confined. There we have it, I'm back, taken aback, but I see the horizon, I'm not going back. Do you know what Soka applies and comprises? We're the eyes of the future, beyond Nobel Prizes. Our empire relies on improvising supplies. The revolution is inclusive, conducive, and conclusive. Beyond Buddhas and Buddhism, respect is our truism. Chances abound us renewed, and I'm choosing them.
Who in this room has revolutionized their heart?
Who knows the source of creation, of art?
A movement of students, every one plays a part.
Improvement, don't lose it, hold on to the spark.
You in this room towards solutions embark.
But who in this room has revolutionized their heart?
You can see the change.
Who in this room has revolutionized their heart?
You can see the change.
Who in this room has revolutionized their heart?
You can see the change.
Who in this room has revolutionized their heart?